Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and a different type of video. Today we are going to be ranking all of the Saiyan transformations in Dragon Ball that are on this list anyway, and Orange Piccolo. Starting from the top, which is Goated, which I don't really think needs any explanation. We have Sick, we have Cultured. Cultured's like, I think they're really good, and so does the rest of the community, but I don't think they're like on the level of Sick or Goated. We have I, which quite self-explanatory, alright. And then we have Meh, which I'm not gonna lie, isn't really a bad tier. There's no bad tiers here. It's just forms that I don't really care about or have an opinion about. Global Dokkan's a little dry right now, so I thought why not switch it up with a tier list video, just something different. But if you want to see some other content on the channel, maybe still Dragon Ball related or even anime related, do let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know down in the comments your most favorite form in Dragon Ball as a whole. Kicking this video off, we have my boy Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Now, I'm not gonna lie, slight bias because I am indeed a Vegeta fan. However, the form itself is alright.
What? What the fuck?
It has to go on alright. Don't get me wrong, I like the blue color. Blue's my favorite look. I actually just kind of like the blue they used for SSB, but all it is just Super Saiyan Blue, different shade of blue. That's literally all it is. It's basically Powerade Prime Gatorade Vegeta. That is literally all it is. And I think it would be very unfair if I ranked it any higher just because my boy Jeets is my boy. The next one we have is Ultra Instinct. I'm not gonna lie, Ultra Instinct has to go up here. It just does. I think we'll remember where we are when Goku went Ultra Instinct for the first time. The fights with Jiren, the music, you know, the dun 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 dun. Not to mention what they're doing with Ultra Instinct now in the manga, which I haven't really read. I know.
Don't call me. Don't come by my house.
I'm kind of uncultured by not reading it, but I do kind of keep up here and there, and I love what they're doing with the plot with, you know, Goku training with Whis, him trying to master it. I really do like where they're taking Ultra Instinct in the manga right now. So I think it just has to go in Sick. And I'm not gonna lie, the next form, I can't tell if this is a form of UI specifically from the manga. Again, I haven't been reading it. I keep up here and there to see what's going on, or if that's meant to be some other version of Goku, but because I can't actually tell what that is, I'm just gonna put it to the side and I'm not gonna rank it. If anyone can let me know down in the comments what that's actually supposed to be, I'm not sure. Because the other UI is right there. But the next one, the next one, a bit of Dragon Ball Super Superhero. We have Beast going. That has to go up here, and I don't care if there's any recency bias. This has to go at the top of Sick, just because, again, it's one of the most recent forms we got. I get there's recency bias, but I do not care. Not to mention the little homage to Super Saiyan 2 with the look and the hair, I think is dope. People think he looks stupid, like standing from the side. I mean, don't get me wrong, he does look like a porcupine or a palm tree. But other than that, the white hair, the red eyes, the name, the beast kind of, you know, thing they're tapping into. I said the homage to Super Saiyan 2. It's dope. And not to mention, I said, it's the most recent new form we've got in any kind of Dragon Ball content we've seen for a little bit, apart from the manga. Then you have the kick against Cell Max, the special being canon. It's just so dope. And then next we have more Dragon Ball Super stuff, which is Orange Piccolo, which I'm gonna put in Cultured. I know a lot of you probably would put him higher. Don't get me wrong, it's sick that characters aside from Goku and Vegeta got some love in Dragon Ball Super Superhero. And I'm glad Piccolo got shown some love because he's still a dope character. He's an OG. You know, he got 2 new forms. The other one actually isn't on here, funny enough. But I like how he got shown some love. I like the idea with the Dragon Balls. Makes it a simple transformation. You know, I like the transformation itself, you know, where he kind of comes up, you know, and he's ready. He's on smoke. Gamma 2 is about to get absolutely murked. I love the look. You know, we got Fanta Piccolo. However, there's one thing that throws me off about Orange Piccolo, and that is the jawline. Don't get me wrong, it's immaculate, but to me, the jawline just looks weird. It reminds me of the Crimson Chin from Fairly Odd Parents. I'm not gonna lie. Here comes the Crimson Chin. And it just throws me a little bit. It looks dope, but it's just so muscular and manly and just looks like the Crimson Chin. So for me, just gotta go in cultured. But other than that, it's still a sick form. Some more love being shown to Gohan. We have Ultimate Gohan. This also has to go in sick. Back in the day, little bit of a story time for you guys. Back in the day where young Chris used to play like Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and 3, don't get me wrong, there were Vegeta characters I used to pick all the time. There was another character that's actually on this list, but I won't tell you just yet who that is, who I'd pick all the time. And also, Ultimate Gohan was another character I picked all the time, just because I love it. It's simple yet effective. It's basically SSJ2 with black hair. I know, not the most riveting design. You got the iconic bang, not that kind of bang. You got the iconic bang, and Gohan just turns up on smoke in this form. And I love it. I'm here for it. Don't get me wrong, gets absolutely swept, but I'm here for it. He turned up on all the smoke, and Burst Rush back on the Budokai Tenkaichi games was just so sick to do. And it just has a special place in my heart. We've got another form of my boy Jeets, which is Ultra Ego again. I haven't really kept up with the manga. I see things here and there. And of course, this was another one that I saw. I'm here for it, man. This has to be moved. Sorry, some rearranging has to be done.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
And I think this is fair. Again, I know there's some slight bias because Vegeta is my favorite character, but who cares? Like, this is my opinion. Of course, my boy's gonna get some love. One of his forms literally got put down in I, so just saying. But Ultra Ego, again, I love what they're doing. The same thing with UI. I love that the fact that Beerus is training Vegeta. You know, he can use Hakai energy. The purple look looks sick. I don't even mind that he doesn't have any eyebrows. He's got the little Hakai earring. It's dope. Don't get me wrong, hasn't done too much with it, but I love the idea. I love what they're doing with it. I love the plot, and it just looks sick, and I can't wait to see my boy hopefully thrive and shine in the future. Our next form is Super Saiyan, and I have to say, this wasn't the form that is going in GOATed, but I think for cultural reasons, this has to go in GOATed. I don't care what you think of SSJ, you know, I think just for cultural reasons, and out of respect, Super Saiyan has to go in GOATed. It's the OG form. You know, I know like Kaioken and stuff came before it, but back in the day, seeing Goku turn Super Saiyan for the first time against Frieza, everyone knows about that, even if they don't like Dragon Ball. Like, it's just as simple as that. It's such a GOATed form, and everyone knows what a Super Saiyan is, whether you like Dragon Ball, whether you heard of it, whether it was your mum when you used to watch it on TV, bringing in your cereal, your chicken nuggies or something, or whether it was the weird kid who gave us people who like anime kind of a bad name.
Don't fuck with me! I have the power of God and anime on my side!
Wait, who used to scream in the middle of the playground. We don't own those guys. But whether it was them, they knew what Super Saiyan was. Not to mention, Super Saiyan Goku has such a clean look that you have to respect. And as I said, it's to give it the respect it deserves, it has to go in GOATed. Otherwise, I feel like we're doing an injustice. It doesn't deserve to be any lower. And a form I just mentioned, which is Kaioken, I'm gonna have to put that in I. I'm not gonna lie, Kaioken doesn't have much to it. It's basically just normal base Goku with like a red outline, like a red tinge and red aura. Don't get me wrong, it looks cool. Like the red looks good. But other than that, it doesn't really do much. You know, it gives him a power boost. He had some dope moments, you know, where he does the, you know, the Kaioken moves, catches Nappa literally like a plate and just tosses him. Dope moment. Other than that, Kaioken, it goes in I. As I said, there's no bad tiers here. None of these are like, I dislike it. As I said, meh, I know it is at the bottom, but there's no form here I dislike. There's just forms I don't really care about compared to others, or don't really have much of an opinion. But yeah, Kaioken looks dope. He has some dope moments. Other than that, it's just base Goku with like red highlights. Now, following that up, we have quite an iconic form, which is Super Saiyan 2. Specifically, this is Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. This has to go in here, like it just does. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan specifically is one of the sickest forms I think we've ever seen, just because of the whole fight with Cell. You know, he basically murders Cell Juniors, the father and son Kamehameha. You know, that's the first time we saw Gohan properly on smoke before Ultimate Gohan. It looks dope. Not to mention, it just looks raw, man. Like, it looks raw. In terms of other Super Saiyan 2s, because I'm going to include those as well. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, I don't really care about. It's just kind of there. Looks no different, doesn't really do too much with it if I'm being honest, but that's typically my boy getting shagged. Super Saiyan 2 Goku looks okay. You know, he does have the sick fight with Majin Vegeta. That sequence is dope, not to mention the sequence with Kid Buu is also pretty dope. And all in all, as Super Saiyan 2 Gohan just kind of carries it because of how raw that moment was and how just, again, on smoke he was during the Cell Saga. He got that dog in him, man. Like, it was such a good moment, like such a classic. Has to go out there and sick. I'm tempted. Actually, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this. It deserves to be up there. It's the whole reason why a lot of us started to like really love Gohan as a character. So it deserves to be up there. Doesn't pass my boy though. Like, I gotta show my boy Jeet some love. So if, unfortunately, for bias reasons, he can't pass him, but he definitely deserves to be up here. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now for me, I do really like the form. I know a lot of people really do love it. It's a form that's kind of become a novelty to me. So for me, it's gonna go in cultured. I know a lot of you probably would put it up here, but the reason I'm gonna put it up here, I'm gonna put it first, is, don't get me wrong, the first time we saw it was sick. You know, where he first transformed in Super Saiyan 3 against Majin Buu. And there was a few fights that, you know, he done bits in, you know, briefly against Janemba, even against Kid Buu. Beerus got absolutely smoked, like he got molly-whopped. You know, it looks pretty good, you know, the no eyebrows, the long hair, the iconic bang, not as iconic as Gohan's. But other than that, it's a form you don't really see Goku use too much or do too much with. You know, he does do the Dragon Fist in one of the movies. It's kind of become a novelty, and I really do like it, but for me to say I like it just as much as these, I don't, but I do really do like it. As I said, there's no bad tiers here. So just because I put it in cultured doesn't mean I don't like it or it's that much worse than these. It's just, for me, it's not on par on some of these forms about how much I like these. But still a goated form, I'm not gonna lie. And then following Super Saiyan 3 Goku, we have Super Saiyan God Goku, which again is quite a novelty form, which I'm gonna put in cultured. I do like it, I'm not gonna lie. Again, short story time. Back in the day, when when Super Saiyan God was revealed and the Battle of Gods movie came out, I was quite skeptical with the Super Saiyan God stuff. I was like, really? Super Saiyan Gods? Like, what are we doing here?
What did he say?
And then, of course, I watched the movie. I then watched Resurrection of F, then started watching the anime when it came back. And I got into it, and they did a good job. I love the look. The red hair looks dope. The whole kind of backstory around Super Saiyan God is dope. I really wish they did more with that and explored it a little bit more, maybe like its own special or something. The whole ritual was cool to see. As I said, I kind of like the whole lore around it, but it's a form we don't see. You know, we saw it during Battle of Gods, then there was Super Saiyan Blue, which was beyond the Super Saiyan God, makes sense, and then we saw it briefly like again in TOP and then in DBS Broly for like 10 minutes. It's a form we just don't really see, and I would like them to use it a little bit more just because of it's kind of what started, you know, Super again, or just started Super. But I really do like it. It's just a form we don't really see that often. So let me know down in the comments, do you think we should be seeing Super Saiyan God a lot more than we actually do? We do have Super Saiyan Blue Vegito right here, which, I mean, Super Saiyan Blue Vegito himself and Gogeta, dope, amazing. Other than that, I don't really care about the form. I'm going to put it in I, but I'm going to put it in the top just because of, I like the blue color. Blue's my favorite color.
Okay.
I said, Super Saiyan Blue Vegito and Gogeta, dope. What they've done, sick. When Vegito Blue came out, or Vegito first came back and then went blue, I almost broke the internet. Then DBS Gogeta and Broly, oh my god. My guy turned up again for like 5-10 minutes and just absolutely just mollywop Broly and left. But Super Saiyan Blue as a whole, for me, I'm not gonna lie, it's meaty. I'm not a big fan. Like, okay, you found a form that's beyond the Super Saiyan God. Okay, kind of doesn't make sense, but sure, go for it.
You're a donut! You're so stupid! You're so stupid! You're stupid! Dumb!
And then Super Saiyan Blue in Super just became the new Super Saiyan, which was Goku and Vegeta go Super Saiyan Blue, get absolutely cooked, and then, you know, come back for whatever and then beat the villain. I know that's kind of how Dragon Ball goes as a whole, but Super Saiyan Blue just became so overused and they used to always get cooked with it, and I'm just kind of like, what's the point of this? So Super Saiyan Blue for me, nah, and it just doesn't make sense. You're a Super Saiyan God, but you managed to transcend a Super Saiyan God? Sure, yeah. Cool story, bro. Go with it. Then we have Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, which rightfully so is also going to go in I, based off of what I just said about Super Saiyan Blue, except it's Kaioken. Not gonna lie as well, Sean Schemmel, however you want to say his last name, absolutely popped off when doing the English dub when it was Goku versus Hit in that mini Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament. When he goes Kaioken, such a dope moment. Don't get me wrong, it also looks cool, you know, you got the blue, you got the red Kaioken aura. But again, it's just Super Saiyan Blue with a Kaioken buff. But it was still dope, and the moment that it comes from, also sick. So for me, I think it would be unfair to put it up here. But the top of I, for me, is where it rightly sits and where it should be. Then we have, personally, my favorite form in the entirety of Dragon Ball, my goated form.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Which is Super Saiyan 4. I know I seem like an absolute basic bitch, but just like a lot of other people, Super Saiyan 4 is the rawest design I think we've ever seen in Dragon Ball. You know, you got the lore around controlling the Great Ape power, which I like. A little throwback to that with how Saiyans work. But just the look, the red fur, specifically Goku's Super Saiyan 4 is my favorite transformation in the whole of Dragon Ball. Don't get me wrong, Jeet's looks good, but he's still got that Buki looking hairline. But Goku's looks sick. I said the red fur, the look, the eyes, the 10 times red Kamehameha. It's just Super Saiyan 4 is so goated and it carries so much hype that I don't think any form comes... I'm not going to say comes close. I'm going to say comes too close. It's such a sick form. Then you have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Getting turned up on smoke. Mollywopped the Mega. Left. So for me, SSJ4 has to go in goated. As I said, it's one of the most rawest forms in the entirety of Dragon Ball. And I've loved it ever since I was a kid. And I don't think that's ever going to change. And I think a lot of people will probably agree with me. Next form we have is Ultra Instinct Goku. A lot of people call this Mastered Ultra Instinct. It's not. This is either UI or Ultra Instinct Omen or Omen Ultra Instinct or Autonomous Ultra Instinct. Again, for me, everyone remembers where... I'm not putting it here, by the way, but everyone remembers where they was when Goku went Ultra Instinct for the very first time and we saw this. Again, the music kicks in. You think Goku's probably not dead because he's the main character, but then he turns into Ultra Instinct. He turns into Neo from the Matrix and just dodges everything. Then he does the little Kamehameha over like Kefla's beam or move. Kamehamehas are right to the face. Like, that's incredibly disrespectful. Such a cold moment. And he broke the internet. Another Dragon Ball moment that broke the internet. What a surprise. So for me, this has to go up here as well, just because of how sick it was. And again, I think everyone remembers where they were when they're watching Dragon Ball Super when he went Ultra Instinct for the first time. Like, it was so dope to see that he used a form that only gods could use. And of course, our main character Goku taps into that. But it was just such a sick moment that I don't think anyone's ever going to forget. And as I said, I think you all knew where you were when my mans went Ultra Instinct for the first time. Another one of my personal favorites, we have Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. I love this form, I'm not going to lie. I really do love this form. And I'm going to put it bang in the middle. And I know it's similar to the whole blue scenario where it's kind of like SSJ but pink. It just works so well. The pink look looks amazing. Not to mention the name, Rose with a little accent on the E. Oh, okay. Uncultured swine, the rest of you. Not only that as well, you have the scythe. You have the little kind of saber move. Not to mention Goku Black as a villain. Dope. I know a lot of people would say, well, he's just... You know, Zamasu just stole Goku's body. It's just an evil Goku. My guy had a plan. Zamasu executed it. The whole kind of dark, evil Goku thing. I know we've kind of seen it with Turles, who wasn't Goku, but still. Dope. It just works. And he's one of the only few villains, I think, in Dragon Ball who actually was, like, kind of succeeding with his plan of the whole Zero Mortal stuff. He, like, in Trunks' timeline, he was literally succeeding. And in a different timeline, he actually succeeded in taking Goku's body and killing everyone. My guy was on smoke. My guy was actually doing his villain shit. He was on it and he was doing it until the whole plot line of, you know, they fused and he wasn't immortal anymore. But Rose as a whole, sick arc, kind of met ending, sick, you know, sick kind of aesthetic. Love the Rose look. And overall, sick villain. Ding, ding, ding. That's check. That's bingo. My guy had it all. Now, speaking of the future Trunks arc, we have Rage Trunks. I really don't care about Rage Trunks. Like, cool. Trunks got the spotlight. Trunks got a moment. He basically just, like, sliced Zamasu's dick, like, up to his head, which, okay, cool. But yeah, essentially, it's Super Saiyan, but he got a bit angry. The blue aura is kind of cool. And other than that, I don't really care about it. And you know what? Why we're in the meh tier, I'm going to put the great there as well. Don't get me wrong, the plot around it, great. You know, that's kind of what Saiyans turn into. It's kind of like the backstory for a lot of reasons why Saiyan's the way they are, etc. But for me, I don't really care about the Great Ape. It's just King Kong. That's all the great is. It's just a big monkey and it's King Kong, and that is literally about it. And I don't really care for it. Which I'm going to do these at the same time. You have DBS Broly and DBZ Broly. I think for nostalgia, I'm going to put DBZ Broly up here. And for DBS Broly, I'm going to put him in here. I don't necessarily think this Broly is worse, but I think purely for nostalgia, I'm going to put Z Broly up higher. However, I do really like DBS Broly. I like how they gave him a backstory. I like how they made him canon. I like how they're tying him in. I like how they gave him more character development than just a rage machine. And still, the idea of the legendary Super Saiyan and part of that rage machine is still there. You know, he's trying to control it right now. The look's still iconic. The green hair, the big beefed up look. You know, no pupils. My guy turned into the Undertaker, you know, on smoke. Then we have Z Broly. And then we have the rage machine who just wants to just wants to punch up Kakarot, just wants to punch up Goku, which I'm here for. Sometimes you just like big rage machines who look cool and do cool shit, and that's exactly what Z Broly is. You know, the iconic original green hair, you know, Z Broly had to walk so DBS Broly could run, and I think purely for nostalgia, he has to go in Z. As I said, sick iconic design, the legendary Super Saiyan is dope, but I think purely for nostalgia, has to go up there, has to go up in sick. And DBS Broly goes in cultured. Then our final form, which is Broly with like Great Ape controlled, whatever you want to call it. I can't actually remember the official name, but that's basically what it is. To me, this form is just kind of right. It's basically base Broly with kind of like the Super Saiyan 4 details here and there. I do like it because it does kind of tap into that whole, you know, Super Saiyan 4 kind of stuff. And maybe because of it, I'm probably looking into it too much, but maybe because of it, we could see some type of Super Saiyan 4 and DBS in the future, in Dragon Ball Super in the future. Probably not, but here's the hoping. But other than that, it's just Broly in base where he gets a little bit angry and, you know, starts to fight back. Other than that, not really much to it, but I said it does kind of tap into that same stuff Super Saiyan 4 taps into. It's my ranking all Saiyan transformations in Dragon Ball, including Piccolo list. Let me know in the comments what you think and which one is your favorite form. As I said, I'm open to doing other content on the channel, whether that is Dragon Ball related or just anime related or just more tier lists. These videos are fun to do, man. Or maybe other anime games. As I said, Global Dokkan is incredibly dry right now, so you know, maybe it's time we do some other stuff while we wait for that to pick up. But don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace.